As Kadara as the brand itself, then it's a jewelry brand. Do you see yourself investing into other companies or other avenues? For example, watches. It's hand in hand. It's something that would make perfect sense. Do you look at that opportunity?
I do. The watch industry is definitely something that complements my business. I have other business endeavors that don't necessarily complement jewelry.
Yes.
Which I'm working on. But the thing is, jewelry will always be my main focus, I think, because it's one of my main passions in life. And that's why in the future, I would be open to, we even are taking investments right now, but I would never sell the brand as a whole to someone else.
And is that investments into Kadara as the brand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we take investment. However, I would never sell the entirety of the brand.
No.
Because it's something that I see myself doing for the rest of my life.
It's more than just a company to you. It's
more than just work.
Exactly.
It's my
It
passion.
embodies you.
It does.
Where did the name come from? Kadara.
So Kadara means Garden of Gold in Latin.
Okay.
And my father came up with it. My father coined it 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm jumping back in. That watch, would you create a watch? Is that something you've looked into doing?
I would love to. Yeah. A watch with diamonds and incorporate our multifunctional mechanics into it. I would love that, yeah.
The way the face can change and the movement.
Exactly. Maybe you can
I
wear
can
the
just,
watch.
it just makes so much sense. Seeing the screen there, I know I keep saying it, but like if you can't see it, but we keep seeing a screen that has the moving cogs of one piece of jewelry moving to another, and it's so addictive. Like I'm dyslexic, I love touching stuff, I love moving stuff. Like
Me too.
that possibility.
I love the
within a watch.
tactile nature of our jewelry as well, that you can play with it, change it. It's the watch industry is definitely an avenue I want to explore in the future, and I would love to create a Kadara watch. Why not? That would be amazing. And I think it really goes with our brand identity as well. You know, the multifunctionality, the kinetics, for sure. That's definitely something I want to explore.
Do you have because obviously, like you were talking about turning a bracelet into a necklace, there's a lot of hidden, intricate parts to it, and sometimes I presume they can. Let's say somebody's been wearing it and they're doing activities, they hit it by accident, it breaks. Is there warranty on your products?
There is.
Yeah,
there is. We offer 2-year warranty.
Yeah.
But after that, so there's certain advantages and benefits we offer to our private clients. And to clients that spend over a certain limit.
Yeah.
So complimentary repairs and polishing is one of them. It depends on really the damage that's been done. But if it's a minor damage, it's complimentary.
Yeah.
Other advantages are invitation to events, like I mentioned, and discounts on very special days. So yeah.
I'm gonna take a little side swipe here. Kurt's probably gonna think I'm crazy.
Where are you going?
No, usually within podcast interviews, talking like you've got certain people ask certain questions. It's quite generic. And
I'm worried now. Be worried.
No.
I'm worried.
Yeah, I want to know what kind of like excites you, entices you. Like you do it. You have people coming in. We spoke about somebody comes in and says, "Okay, here's a paycheck, and I want this to be made." But what keeps you excited and
an
growing?
even bigger paycheck.
No, I feel like because
Who's not excited by that? Who doesn't get excited?
at the end of the day, don't get me wrong. Like we all set up businesses to make money. We're open about that.
Yeah,
Like
paycheck's not bad.
if it doesn't make money, it's everybody wants to make money. But like, what keeps you at the forefront of it? What like makes you be like moving forward, or opportunity to look into watches, or like because you could quite clearly, you're in a great position here. You could be like, okay, we're gonna stick to doing this. It's working.
Yes. Well, I don't know if you believe this, but the paycheck isn't the thing that excites me the most.
Well, we can tell that
Of
you
course,
said you don't want to just sell out.
Of course, it's great to sell a piece with a high price point. Who doesn't get happy by that? But for me, it's what excites me the most is firstly the person that's going to wear it. For example, if it's someone that's famous for their style, if it's a known figure, that's the first thing. The second thing that really excites me is how much our brand can grow from it.
Yeah.
For example, there have been certain bespoke pieces that because of them, we've explored and we've learned new techniques of creation and of production. So those two things are the things that excite me.
An icon sort of scenario. Like you kind of say, I don't know if it's a good point for you. You put Marilyn Monroe, kind of Chanel No. 5. Like there's certain things that kind of work together, or like an Andy Warhol painting, everybody know it. Like you kind of, that's your real pinnacle.
And the most flattering thing, of course, is for these people to seek you out and come to you. You know? Otherwise, with the right PR, you can work with any celebrity and influencer these days.
100%.
It's not, so yeah.
Because I feel like everything's always going to change, like social media wise, but that sort of opinion of like iconic, you hit the mark there.
And also,
I like that.
sometimes what really flatters me is the importance buying something from my brand has on the client. For example, one of our clients recently has come up to me and said, "I've been saving up to buy a piece from your brand. I can't wait to have a piece from Kodara." That just means the world to me. You know, the fact that someone would save something from their income that it's not necessarily easy for them.
Yeah.
That just means the world to me. Yeah.
The
importance it has for our clients.
Yeah.
Is there like a certain price point you have to come by with you, or is it just there isn't? It's whatever
There's a certain
works?
price for what?
So like, what's the lowest price?
Minimum price.
Minimum
point. Okay.
price is
So
the one.
before I took over, our minimum price point was quite high.
Yeah.
I would say our cheapest item would start from £10,000.
Yeah.
I've changed that now.
Why?
Because the thing is, I think to be a high-end jewelry brand, you don't necessarily have to be an expensive one. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make it more accessible to people without having it lose its exclusivity.
Yeah.
So now we have pieces that are more casual with a lower price point. Now our price point, it starts from around £1,000.
Yeah.
But I think it also doesn't come to, I hate to say it, that's something I didn't really want to talk about today, but like within London or certain markets, you have to be quite conscious about what you're wearing at certain times. Like you still want to be wearing nice
you do.
things,
Yeah.
but like the smaller pieces that somebody wears every single day, they never take it off. It's an emotional
another
attachment.
reason.
Like that's,
Your brand
it's
gets more visibility.
It's more visibility.
You know, because you get people now that are wearing it every day instead of just on special occasions.
Yeah.
So it's important.
No, I love that.
Yeah,
Making it more accessible is one thing.
Yeah, I love the brand. To be fair, ever since looking on the website, I'm gonna be coming in here to grab something.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. What is your next kind of? It's coming to winter now. What's your next collection? What's your next design? You've done
next
flowers? Yeah, you've done. Like it must change. You must think, okay, I've got an idea. I want to try this out.
So the next collection we're launching is a men's collection. I wouldn't just say just men's, but it's a very masculine collection.
Yeah.
It's a collection of bracelets.
Yeah.
And wristbands with leather straps. I'm doing an event now in a couple of weeks during London Fashion Week on the 14th. So we'll be launching that collection there.
Yeah.
And also we'll be showcasing some of our signature pieces from around the world. This time around, what'll be different with this event is we'll be showcasing signature pieces from other big name jewelry brands as well. So it'll be a private jewelry exhibition.
Yes.
For our clients.
So you'll be kind of side by side against some of your competition.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you see it as competition, or do you see it as like that's what they do, this is what we do? We're good at what we do, they're good at what they do.
The thing is, what we do is so different
100%.
than everyone else. You know, before I took over, we were very famous for our decadent designs.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if it's just aesthetic beauty that you excel in and that you specialize in, you're basically competing with every other jewelry brand in the world. Mm-hmm. But that's where our edge comes in to other jewelry brands, because you're not going to find any other jeweler in the world that sells collections of multifunctional jewelry from different creators and different designers around the world.
Which also has that beauty and has that value and has that look.
So far, I haven't encountered anyone that's doing the same thing that we are. I mean, by that I mean, not necessarily selling multifunctional jewelry, because there are other designers that do that.
Yeah.
But a brand that specializes in it, from my knowledge, there isn't one.
Could you see yourself collabing with another brand?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it?
Certainly.
Yeah.
When it comes down to Fashion Week, there's all these big opportunities, like these gorgeous clothes, they're kind of open necklines, and you're like, is there a brand that you're like, okay, I want my necklace on that neck, I want it to be
paired
on,
with it?
Yeah.
There is.
Especially these fashion houses don't do that jewelry to the quality that you do. Like they do smaller, fun things, but not to what you can showcase. And then an extreme one-off piece with a cut of diamond that even you're like, oh my god, this is a bit scary. I don't want this out in the public.
Well, the thing is, a lot of couture brands lately have been getting my attention, but I would say I couldn't necessarily just say one, but couture brands that are maybe a bit more subtle in their designs.
Yes.
Because then through the jewelry, you can really make your outfit pop. There are certain couture brands that create beautiful dresses, but they have so much detail going on that sometimes the jewelry gets lost
Yeah.
in the outfit. But contradicting to that, if you, on the other hand, wear a very simple dress and it's the jewelry that's your statement piece,
Yeah.
that I think is then beautiful.
It's so nice to be able to talk about something that's so personal, every single piece. Like, I know we should talk a bit more about investment and a bit more about like the inner workings of how you launch a business, but it's quite addictive to talk about the personality of each piece.
Well, it is very intimate. I feel the company, how
The brand
you
itself.
deal
Yeah.
with everything. It's an intimate brand.
It is.
And I love that about it. And
Thank
that's why now, actually, from talking to you, I didn't know you before. We've met once before. That's
Okay,
it.
it sounds awful, but
now
I said,
it's
I
not.
said,
I want to be here. I want
no,
one.
we were stood in here earlier, and Kurs was like, so which parts, like, and I was like, no,
Yeah,
Stay focused.
all of it, like, it's perfect, like, just focus on the interview. Kurt's eyes opened up straight away, and that new opportunity, that new lust, like, each design is so unique. Love it.
It is. It really is.
You talked a little bit about you got some other investments. Are you happy to talk about that, or what that kind of passion is, or
Some of them I can,
Yeah.
Well, one of my other investments now is I'm opening a concept store in the very near future. It'll be on the same street, just down the street. I'm very excited about that. So it'll have an ever-changing roster of brands. I'm looking to constantly change the roster of brands that we have in there just to keep it fresh and exciting. Obviously, there'll be certain brands that are there to stay for good. But yeah, I want to constantly have the list of brands be changing. And there might be a health and beauty clinic on the horizon as well. Let's see. It's not certain yet.
Well, if it does, let me know. I could do with a bit of
crikey.
a bit of something. Yeah.
Of course. You don't need it. Both of you don't need it.
Thank you. I'll be needing Botox soon, I feel.
Oh,
In my room.
But no,
My
definitely.
A little
lines.
touch up.
Yeah.
But you
Baby
don't.
Botox.
You both
Baby
don't need it.
Botox, that's the one, yeah.
No, you don't need it.
People think AJ's got it already because his head doesn't move.
I get power now, go bloody warm. But no, definitely, your clients coming here, the opportunities kind of like, it makes sense to really capitalize on that, especially if you're in that same location.
Of course. And also, sometimes I think it's great if some of your businesses can intertwine and overlap. For example, in the new concept store that I'm going to have, there's going to be showcases of my jewelry brand.
Yeah.
I'm even considering if I go through with the clinic, maybe to have showcases there. Who knows?
Do
you
would say
aim-
definitely?
But do you aim for that? Like within London, you've got so many high-end kind of hotels and kind of residential buildings that are more than just that. Each hallway's it's a gallery.
Or, for example, the
It's a
Ritz. You
gallery.
walk into the
Yeah,
Ritz
but-
and you've got all of the
And do
jewelry
you
on
kind
each
of think
side.
like, in that hotel, they've got the perfect corner there. You know what? We'll stick a glass stage in there. We'll kind of stick our necklace and change it each month. Do you look into that a lot
It's funny
more?
you say that. I actually had
Because
a meeting
your
with,
billboard is everywhere here,
Yeah.
especially for your high net worth clientele. It just makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you do it? Like, they'll be happy, you'll be happy,
Yeah.
everybody's happy, surely.
Yeah, I actually had a meeting with one of the 5-star hotels in this area.
Yeah.
About having a display inside. So that's something that we're probably going to be doing.
Because we always do the podcast and we always try and come up with like a little business idea at the end that's like would benefit the thing. And the one thing that each time I look around, like you get drawn to it, like you can't stop. Like if you're going to the local whatever
Well,
it
my
is,
business
spa,
idea was the bracelet into the necklace, but he's on it already.
No, he's already on
ahead
there.
of time.
That
He's
makes
beating
sense.
me, yeah.
No, but it's the advertising thing because then you advertise into that exact market that you
that's
want.
a great method of advertisement. So there's 2 different locations that I've met with. One of them is a 5-star hotel in this area. The other one is actually a members club that recently opened. And that's a great avenue for PR and attracting new
perfect.
That makes
customers
great
as well.
sense.
So
Yeah, that makes great
let's see.
sense. to be
Fingers
fair.
crossed, hopefully.
Well, I hope it all works out for you. Have you ever thought about doing something like sending one of your pieces of jewelry? I'm just going to speak out there because I heard somebody did do this, like to space or to the bottom of the
Oh,
ocean,
we're speaking to that
or
guy,
to do
weren't we?
something very unique that hasn't been done before.
I
Just
love
as
that
a
idea.
great way of branding.
So
or
we
a
would
great
Send
way.
it to space.
So we were talking to
Something
Guy.
like
I haven't
that.
yet, but I would love to.
Yeah.
So we were talking to Guy, and fundamentally, it was a very wealthy client, and he got multiple Bugattis, and he said to make this Bugatti more special than anybody else's Bugatti, rather than collaborating it with someone normal. He was like, no, I don't want like a standard collab. I want something specific. I don't want a Hermes Bugatti. There's a couple of them in the world. I want a Tiffany one. So I want it all Tiffany inside. But then what I want to do really specifically, I want to take a diamond, fly it to space, bring it back down, and put it in the dashboard.
In the Bugatti.
Wow.
So he's got...
I admire the dedication.
This guy, he got
admire
above
it
it
as well.
And we were like, I just wanted to clap. I was just like,
Me too.
worth it.
I
Like,
love the idea.
but for you, like, it could be something like
it would be
you've done
interesting to
something
see
like
how the
a
diamond gets affected from the pressure and other influences.
Well,
How
that
it's
was-
influenced.
And that's
Once
why
it
I was
comes
thinking
back.
to the bottom of the ocean
Yes.
and bringing it back up from how much
Exactly.
pressure there is actually down
And then
there.
you've got your marine side, you got your fish, your
Yeah.
colours, or you're going into space, you got your colours of greens and blues from Earth looking down independent.
Exactly.
Like, and that as a PR thing is something that's really unique.
There's certain
to that
gemstones
point.
that change color according to their environment. There are. So seeing, for example, how
so
they
heat and pressure.
yes.
Yeah.
So seeing how they get influenced from those two environments could be quite interesting, like in space or underwater.
We were literally speaking to Tim Peake, the astronaut, yesterday actually.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
And asking him about different things. Like, that would be amazing to actually make that happen.
So, well, actually, that's even a way of doing it.
I'm sure Richard
It's-
Branson, if you reach out, he would.
He'd be willing.
He's the best business guy ever.
Yeah, a link with Virgin.
Why not? Try
Why
it.
not?
Gadara
You're right.
and Virgin. Actually, that would work. Up
Gadara
into
and Virgin
space.
collab.
Yeah, bringing
That'd
it
be
back.
amazing.
Well, I can't wait to see that blimmin' happen then, or something.
I would
like
love that. That'd be
yeah, it's a
amazing.
great way. I think it's a great way of branding and pushing something out there in a different way, in a unique way.
Yeah,
It
it's
would
not.
be-
It's not your typical. Oh, stick it on somebody's celebrity. No, you do something that the whole world can really
Can know
see,
about.
hear about, know about,
And it's revolutionary. It would change the industry.
and the first time to do it.
Yeah. That'd be amazing. I would love to do that in the future.
Well,
I like this.
You guys gave me
I
a
can't
great
wait
idea.
to
Yeah.
see this.
I'll credit you if I do it.
Yeah, just get a better submarine than that little one.
we won't
Yeah,
talk
oh,
about,
yes.
we won't talk about that, AJ.
Something that won't implode, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't use a
Ideally.
PlayStation controller.
Exactly.
Definitely not.
Worse, more like a Game Boy.
Oh yeah,
Not even
30 quid
PlayStation,
controller.
Yeah, and you paid how much for that ticket? Well, that's a whole nother conversation.
That's something else.
Quality is what we've got here, not.
Exactly.
That's for
Actually,
sure.
just talking about that, would
Yes.
you ever collab with, for example, something like a PlayStation and do a one-off diamond case for a PlayStation or something like that?
We've done iPhone cases.
There you go.
Yeah.
Initially, I was thinking, would you do something for a watch?
We've
like
done
an
that.
Apple Watch?
We've done Apple Watch cases.
Yeah.
We've done iPhone cases.
It's done.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Done.
he's done
Yeah,
everything.
it's
This is
done.
the
It's done.
thing.
It's done.
We've done bag buckles. We've done locks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we certainly can, of course.
that's quite
Fundamentally, if you can think it and it's a good concept,
cool. You can do it. Yeah.
Of course. When you said PlayStation, I just remembered we're actually now working on an NFT concept.
Okay, yeah.
Having one of their art pieces transformed into an NFT. I don't know much about NFT, OpenSea, and crypto and all that. I'm trying to learn about it now. It does interest me, but yeah,
It's a
that's one
unique
of the-
market.
I think what would be really unique is, for example, if each one of your pieces came with its own NFT and then that concept that you can kind
Yes.
of connect it to it. You're purchasing the piece of jewelry itself,
So, yeah.
and then a 3D dimension,
That was the
holograph
idea.
of
So-
it. Like,
And
what
that
we're
gets you
working
there
on
at that event. Yeah.
is basically if you buy a piece,
Yeah.
you buy it in physical form, and you also buy it
In digital
NFT
form.
in digital
Yeah.
form. Yeah. So that's the idea. Let's see.
and that becomes your ticket. That's your pass into your club, your kind of whatever it may be.
I know a lot of big fashion houses have gone into it already.
Yeah.
They have their items in the NFT realm. So that's something I'm exploring as well. Let's see.
And then you get like a plot of land or something in the metaverse. I'm thinking.
Oh, we've gone above and
No,
beyond
no,
now,
yeah,
haven't we?
but-
Or a Kadara shop.
A Kadara shop
And-
in the
and-
sandbox.
Exactly
winning.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a cracking idea, actually.
Do you know what's really good? Like, you ended a conversation right here. You got so many different, like, the PR side, like the hotel side, or the space, or the deep sea. Like, I'm excited to talk again in a year's time. Be like, okay,
I would love to, yeah.
We've talked about like this and that, and seeing what we can actually make happen. I want to be
Definitely
part of that
speak
project.
when you're open in Dubai and over in America as
Hopefully
well.
in the next year, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. I would love to.
Yeah,
Best of luck with
honestly,
everything, old Jan. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you guys
Please,
for having
please
me.
shout out
been a
to
pleasure.
where people can find yourself personally,
Yeah.
and obviously the brand itself.
Let
Sure.
everyone know.
So personally, you can find me on Instagram. That's the only social media I have right now.
That sounds much easier. I've got 2
Yeah,
minutes.
and
It's
that
painful.
sounds peaceful, to be fair,
And
actually.
Kadaro, you can find our website. You can find our Instagram page, our Facebook page. Our account name is called Kadaro London.
Yep.
So please feel free to follow, subscribe.
C-A-D-A-R-O.
Subscribe,
Yeah.
like, tell a friend.
For all the dyslexic people out there, C-A-D-A-R-O, because I just...
C-A-D-A-R-O.
Can
I'm
I
not the
ask
best with that
JJ,
one.
did you have to read the sign when saying that then?
Of course, I did not read it over Oljan's shoulder, but I said it correct. That's all that matters.
There's someone holding a sign right there.
And yes,
There we go. Cadaro.
Now, well, John, thank you so much for coming on. Honestly,
Thank you
it's
guys
been
for
great
having
to
me.
chat.
It's
And
been a
thanks
pleasure.
for giving us the insight into the diamonds and the world that you live and have created here and everything. It's
course.
awesome.
Of course.
And it's
It's been a
awesome.
it is
pleasure.
brilliant, and just seeing it grow from year to year, and I'm excited to see where it's going to go, and especially the collabs
smashing
that
it.
are
Thank
definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
I can't wait to find out what this 5-star hotel is. As
Yes, please let me know.
I'll
yeah.
update you guys.
Yeah.
And do they do afternoon tea at all? Because I love a good bit of afternoon
They
tea.
do, of course. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So we can go to afternoon tea there.
Awesome. Yeah.
Hopefully, if the collaboration goes through.
when the collab.
When the
extra
collaboration
push,
goes
yeah.
through.
I'll say.
If not, we go somewhere else for afternoon.
Yeah.
We choose another hotel.
I love that.
Honestly, yeah, no, thank you, and
Thank
Yeah.
you guys.
I'm
Thank
now
you.
just going to go look at some jewelry and boxes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I know. I'm just gonna
It's really
browse.
addictive.
set my shopping list for next year, or maybe the next 10 years. We'll see. Thanks for listening to the podcast. That was Freedom Impact Trust. We hope you've enjoyed it. We've loved chatting once again. Please leave a comment below because it really helps the algorithm and helps get the podcast out there. And also, let us know if there's any financial questions which you want answering, and we can answer them in the pod next week. Like I said, share, like, comment, subscribe, and let everybody know about the podcast.
And thank you to our sponsors, FINT, the financial investment app, where you can invest from as little as £50 a month.
£50?
Yes, £50, Curtis.
Well, wow, it's an absolute bargain. And don't forget, it's through 3 different portfolios. So choose the one that you like and get investing.
Have a great day.
See you later, guys.